So the first question that, after like discussing Title IX for like 20 minutes, the first question that they kind of answered was, "What do you think of narrowing the definition of sexual assault?" And I believe all of them were pretty supportive of it because, like with the system it has now, and just talking uh, with Dr. Char talking about like Max Bethel and other students about like how it's the scope of sexual assault and harassment is so wide because of like the unclear language and that anyone can really use the system depends on varying colleges to give complaints about really small actions, and then and it can be to actual crimes that were committed. And the problem with it is that they use the same amount of resources and they have to allocate the same amount of time to each and every complaint, because it's like in their contract. And what that does is that it's shown that a significant amount of people have actually like filed complaints that have been either small or just untrue. And this is at least in Pomona they have a system where you can anonymously like complain or file a complaint against a person without receiving like a formal a hearing, and you can build a case against a person, and you wouldn't have to be involved if you because it's your own choice. And the problem with that is that it's sort of like uh, tramples on the rights of the accused, and it gives them like an unfair, gives like a disadvantage when they try to plead their own case. It's really in the society where, and they also spoke about like in a society where like intent and outcome are so like viewed differently, and we often disregard like the intent of a person's actions in terms of like what they are thinking when they said or when they. This is mainly speaking on unspoken advances, I guess. Uh, their intent is often like disregarded for the outcome of the situation. Um, so that's why they were mainly agreeing with Betsy DeVos' decision to narrow the definition of sexual assault and harassment.